Welcome to another edition of the most consistent, prolific, and dedicated uploads in YouTube history. This is Sean's View Entertainment on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video and subscribe. And a major backstage update as concerns Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan, and Raw's ratings and the impact that this could have on Daniel Bryan. And what could ultimately sway the WWE's plans for Daniel Bryan in his main event spot. There is rumors circulating that WWE was said to be surprised but disappointed at the drop in Raw ratings for the third hour for Daniel Bryan's match versus Seth Rollins in the main event. With so many people standing up for Daniel Bryan and wanting to see him succeed, it would appear even his most loyal fans didn't want to put in the extra effort to stay up. The match was built up throughout Raw's 3 hours, with the opening segment establishing that Daniel Bryan would face Seth Rollins to see who would go on to face Roman Reigns at Fastlane. The fact that viewers didn't stick around to see the match could be a signal to the WWE powers that be that Bryan's popularity is limited to a vocal minority. Numbers don't lie, and as popular as Bryan is in chants in social media, the fact is that viewers turned out this week when he was put in as the main event. It's expected that WWE executives will take note of that, as TV ratings are still what McMahon and company obsess over. The decline for the third hour is normal, but to be the franchise guy in WWE, you really need to be showing some level of impact in the numbers, especially after coming off Daniel Bryan just returning to the WWE. But then again, it's the way that the WWE booked Daniel Bryan. The horrible showing that he had in the Royal Rumble. Listen, I'm not the biggest Daniel Bryan fan, but I'm going to call a spade, and I'll say when it's truthful. How could you, take Daniel Bryan at face value? How could Daniel Bryan be believable with the way that the WWE is going about this? And if top officials are now wary of whether or not Daniel Bryan is still a draw, sure, he gets the most crowd noise. He's very popular. Every arena he goes into, yes, yes, yes. And listen, I'm a fan of Daniel Bryan's work. I am a fan of what he brings to the ring. But in no way, shape, or form does this guy look like a main eventer. In no way, shape, or form does he look like the face of a WWE promotion. He looks like the face of an ROH. He looks like the face of TNA. He looks like the face of maybe, New Japan or some other indie promotion. Daniel Bryan does not fit what the WWE wants. And Daniel Bryan is actually a lucky man to have got the spot that he did last year. Now, had Daniel Bryan not got injured, I always do go back and question and think what would have happened had Daniel Bryan not had to relinquish his championship. How long of a run would have he had? Would have Brock Lesnar destroyed him at SummerSlam? Instead, John Cena had to fill in because Daniel Bryan came down with a very career-threatening injury. There's a lot of variables. There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of things you can think about. But at the end of the day, WWE does not seem to be too pleased with Daniel Bryan right now. Subscribe.